Right, okay, so you've just escaped the prison. On the way out of the prison, you managed to grab this handy map off
Oh yeah,
off a table on the way out.
there
So
we are.
you've got a good idea of what Rome's like. Yep, you're over there. That's exactly where you are.
Did they have one of those
Um,
racks with like loads of little leaflets, loads of little pamphlets that you could pick up?
yeah,
Yeah, that's handy.
you know what to do now. You're free.
Yeah.
Visit the Vatican. Well, you gain this map, I suppose, by different means. I mean, you're free. You're as free as you get. The
We're
prison's on
kind
fire
of
behind
behind the
you.
wall, aren't we? We need to get over the wall to get back in. We need to kind of get through this building. Or we traipse around the outside here.
So I'll tell you what. You hear in the long grass. The prison is burning away merrily behind you. Jose Diego's got a thumping headache, a bit of brain leak going on. And you can see here seems to be fairly quiet. But as you look out, there are sporadic fires throughout the whole place. And you can hear clamoring, screaming, you can hear distant turmoil.
Right.
There's a lot wrong. The atmosphere doesn't feel right. So what's your plan? What are you after doing?
See it as an option. Not sure about these big cities.
No, it's not looking good. Well, I mean, thinking about it now, I reckon before we do decide where we're going, spending a bit of time watching what's going on, possibly trying to do some intelligence on this might be an idea.
Sounds good.
Is this a hill here?
That does look like a real big hill, doesn't it?
That's right.
Yeah, perhaps going up there and sort of just lying down, taking it all in for maybe an hour or so, and see if we can see what a safe route would be.
I like it. That sounds like a sensible plan. So are you going low and slow towards the hill, or are you making a mad dash for it?
Low and slow.
Yeah, low and
I think
slow.
we've all got pretty good prowling abilities, I think, haven't we?
Yeah, the old low and slow, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so given that nobody's sort of actively looking for you, you'd have to really fuck this up. You're in the long grass. All of the conditions are favouring you. So if you give us...
Okay, well, should we do like a joint group roll or something?
Do a
like
joint group roll based on the highest roll
Well, I've
you've
got 65. Has anyone got any higher than that?
What's that for you?
I
Prowl?
lead the way. Yeah, should I lead the way?
Yeah,
You've got
mine's
65 prowl.
Mm.
Again, how the hell did you get that?
I got a big bonus, man,
What's it?
from my
He's
acrobatics.
got it from acrobatics, yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, I got 42.
So then you've got another 25% to that, so...
But then again, I've got...
I mean, you've got auto prowl, haven't you?
I've got auto prowl, yeah, so I could just go my own way.
Okay, well, you're just auto prowling. Jose, you can help out LeFrog. And
Well, there you go.
nice.
that's a real nice bit of prowling, man. And given
Come
that you're
bit-
going slowly...
I should say it's auto prowl as long as it's dark.
It's auto prowl as long as it's dark or you've got cover or basically no one's actively looking for you, so you're going to have no problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
Give us 3 of those rolls, Jose, to get to the big hill.
Okay.
Yeah, with the 25% bonus, you're still well over, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, so you get to the hill, but by the time you get there, your head is now thumping real bad. So while the frog's doing intelligence rolls, Jose Diego, I need you to roll
Medicus.
a percentile, yeah.
A bit of philosophy, a bit of advanced maths, man.
No, just a D100. Just a nice flat D100 you're rolling on an unseen table. Ooh. No, you seem to be all right, you know. You applied the honey. You didn't get any like bits of shit or dead flesh in your wounds, did you, at any point?
Not been rubbing any of them. I've been keeping it clean, man.
Right, keeping clean, man, keeping it clean. Okay. Sorry, someone else got clawed as well. Llewellyn.
Did I?
You did.
Oh
get
yeah, man. I was
clawed.
supposed to do some first aid
And
on
did
you.
you receive any treatment?
Yeah. Jose, did you just say?
I did say I was going to treat his arm.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I seem to be on full hit points, so I must have.
Okay, so you're treating his arm now. Okay.
No, but you must have treated me before because I'm on full hit points.
I don't think you got put on hit points. I think it was just an SDC
Oh, right,
thing,
was
wasn't
Anyway, go on then. What's
it? Just roll a D100.
well, I've done the first aid on him, man.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, man.
Have that.
Is there any dogs knocking about?
Hey, you can hear barking in the distance, man.
I have to find some kennels and get some dogs.
Okay. You're all right. You're all okay. So, LeFrog, you're having a bit of a pain. You've got a real good vantage point on this giant hill.
Right, great. That's
Are you on here?
Yeah, I'm going to say add 20% to your roll because you really have got a view of pretty much everything.
right, sweet.
All right, do a good roll, man.
Have a look, see what's happening. It's pretty good.
Marvelous. Okay, you're seeing that. Okay, you notice a couple of things with that roll. There are soldiers. Soldiers are sort of having hit and run clashes with rioting crowds.
Right.
But you have noted that when the soldiers put down one rioting crowd, they move on to another rioting crowd, and sure enough, the initial crowd that they put down seems to get back up and start rioting again.
Oh, dear God.
So they're fighting a bit of a running battle where
That's commitment for you. Go with the Rebels. Go on.
it's not going too well. But one thing you do note, something that you pick up, the soldiers on the bridge here, it's like they're trying to contain the problems at the moment. But none of the rioting crowds, when they get to the water's edge, they seem to turn away and head back inward towards the sound of greatest moaning. But they don't seem to want to cross the water.
So sorry, the soldiers that are on this bridge. Which way are the rioters coming from?
The rioters coming from the main.
Right. So
It seems this place is actually currently quite safe.
Right.
I think
It's
that's
on
what
the
we
other
need to
side
do.
of the water, and the soldiers seem to be trying to keep the rioting crowds out of here.
Right.
You
So
do get the
we
impression
need
that this
to-
is where toffs and learners go.
Yeah, this is a sensible place to be.
well, then we need to teach these soldiers the secret of fire and decapitation.
The secrets, the legendary military tactics of fire and decapitation.
Yeah. And now they're brave idiots. That's what these soldiers seem like. Yeah, let's
Or
go.
maybe fire's already taken off, man, since some people have set themselves on fire or set their places on fire.
Yeah, maybe less fire and more decapitation.
Yeah.
That we're pushing out there. Less fire, more decapitation.
To shout.
That's our political movement. That's what it was founded on.
There's a fable there somewhere, isn't there? Okay, so what's the plan from the top of the hill? Where are you off?
What? How's this bridge looking?
How can we slide down here?
This bridge is looking largely. It's not being defended. It's not being attacked.
Oh, cool. Perfect.
Yeah, sneak.
Well, it's a place to head to, I think.
And do we need to scale down this hill?
I can, like say, slide that. Just skid down on our knees.
I'm gonna roll down.
At the moment.
I'm just gonna...
I'm gonna scale down.
Oh.
Oh shit!
Have you ever seen the cheese run? Where is it they do that as well?
Oh yeah.
You try something a little ambitious for a man with a brain injury. So, I mean, I reckon
cheese run. I'm just going.
You was going to have some penalties anyway. But I reckon, given that you've tried to cheese run down the road, right, I'm afraid you don't get more than 3 or 4 steps before gravity and your sense of balance just isn't right. You go arse over to it. And Llewellyn and Lefrog, can you roll a horror factor of 12? You hear a popping sound as he rolls on his neck.
Oh, God.
Right. Oh. So it's made you feel sick, Lefrog. Oh, Llewellyn, you're gulping down the bile as you hear that. So, okay, take yourself a direct hit point, a single hit point of damage. Just to liven you up. And then you're going to have, to any ranged attacks with your bow or anything like that, you're going to be temporarily -4 because you've got to hold your neck on a bit sideways to stop it seizing up, man.
Oh, Jesus.
You got some sort of neck injury, man. Let me just write that here.
That'll be fine.
Do I get down to the bottom of the hill?
Slowly, yeah. You sort of hobble down with your neck and you twist it, man.
Right, I disappear into the shadows when we get down there.
Okay, so you get down there, right? You can hear people sort of milling about. You can hear the sound of chitter chatter and panic. It's no one's paying particular attention. There's not many people near you anyway. But even if someone looks in your direction, there's no shit's given what you're up to. People seem to be heading in this direction.
Right. We need to go here to this little snake bridge, don't we?
Yep. Okay, you get to the snake bridge and there's a couple of Roman guards on there. And, you know, they sort of lower the spears at you. Where are you going? What's your business?
Thick ass spears things.
Who's got persuasion?
Langan spent out.
Has anyone got any charm, persuasion? Anyone got the
Oh,
ability?
yeah. I can try and charm people, man, but at the moment I'm not looking particularly charming. How's it going? We're good people trying to cross the bridge.
Oh, you looking like you need the medicus, mate. He immediately sort of step aside and say, yeah, get going, my God.
The medicus.
Are you okay?
Oh, my head.
You look like you're going to die. What's happened to you? A hunting accident?
I fell down that hill.
You fell down the hill and it tore your scalp nearly. Oh my God.
There's some big rocks halfway down that hill. I think he must have hit his head on a rock.
One of the soldiers passes you his wineskin and says, "Look, mate, you're gonna need that more than me."
Right, yeah, no, I drink from his wineskin.
I think I might have injured myself rather badly as well.
Oh, get off, it's mine.
I certainly had a bit of a start as well. With calming the nerves. Is there anywhere safe in this part of town?
He says, "Oh yeah, there's no riotings in the places of learning. You know, it's only the savages and the morons that are rioting."
Sounds about right.
Where's the nearest medicus?
You got good medicus here, the blue roof building. You look like you could do with a neck splint.
Yes, we're happy to pay. Yes.
Yeah, they'll want money.
Right, let's go there.
Yeah. Are there any guards near the medicus?
These light patrols around there. Most of the guards have been called off.
Right.
You know, to go and quell the riots. So
Right.
yeah, to be honest, you could find the guard if you really tried. But no, there's no patrols, and they're not on street corners as they usually are. You know.
Right.
Yeah, for my guys here.
Walk to the medicus.
Okay, so you get down to the
And
you
next
get down.
slide,
So we'll just call it the hospital, the medical place. And literally, as you get there, there's a couple of nurses and guys outside, and straight away when they see you, two guys come running over with a stretcher, and they're like, "Dear God, man, it looks like he's been attacked by a bear or something. Quick, put him on the stretcher."
Yeah, something held my head.
As you lie down on the stretcher, another audible popping sound comes from the neck or skull. You're not sure. You can see the two guys that are going to lift the stretcher, like, "Oh, lift gently, lift gently." Now we've all seen the clips on YouTube where the stretcher gets dropped and they plant their arse on the guy's face and stuff like that. So
I've never watched something like that. I don't think
they lift from the knee, but let's hope they don't just fall backwards onto your skull.
Oh Jesus!
They lift from the knee. They lift from the knee.
Jesus.
So they do a good job, man. They pick you up and they run you into the building where, right away, clean-looking people, man. And that's what you want, clean-looking people who start to sort of, wrap your head in, clean bandages. One of the guys who's the medicus, he says, it looks like you've self-treated. Yes. He starts sort of prodding there's some serious burn marks here, but the honey seems to have... Do you have some crude knowledge of medicine?
Very crude, sir. Very crude. In the thick of it, I didn't have access to anything clean. All I could do was stem the flow of the brain fluid with a hot poker.
Right. Yes. Apprentice.
No.
There's young.
Send to me with your expert.
Young man comes in.
Work experience, kid. Come here.
He says, look, this is fascinating. This man has tried to treat himself, and this is why we don't treat ourselves. You see, he's took a hot poker to his own head and slathered it in honey. There's obviously some degree of intelligence here, but again, possibly quite foolhardy. Maybe the blow to the head robbed him of his senses. We're not sure. But they're talking about you as if you're not there.
No, I know.
But they rub it on. And they put some lavender oil and cleansing fluids onto the scalp, man. A bit of King's foil, man,
Do I get any more wine in my wineskin?
Rub a bit of that in. Yeah, they're happy to provide you with alcohol. It was one of the only anaesthetics of the day, really. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with that, man. The old painkiller.
You get more wine. And, the medical professionals, they turn around and they look at Llewellyn and they look at Lefrog. You chaps, are you okay?
Fine.
Yeah, a little bit of a gash. How did I get? What happened to me? I can't even remember now. Did I get clawed or did I get?
Yeah, you got you got glommed. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I get some balm from me chlorine?
Yeah, they give a nurse comes and sort of, you're all in the same large room. Nurse comes and sort of cleans out your wounds and puts some proper dressings on. As this is happening, there's a bit of a commotion, and a small group of soldiers come in, carrying a couple of their wounded colleagues, and you can see that they've been clawed, man. They seem to have the telltale signs of clawing and bitings. And they bring them in. And the soldiers immediately get preferential treatment because, remember, a soldier stands above your ordinary human being. So straight away, the soldiers get sat down and the wounds start getting cleaned out, etc. One of them does seem to be pouring blood a bit. Diego, do you want to give us a crude medical roll to see if you can judge what direction it's going in?
What direction is sort of like case?
His life is going in.
Yeah, his life's not going in a good direction, man. We need to be alert here. We need to put these guys down. No,
you're not sure, but it doesn't look good. At the end of the day, there's more blood on his clothes than you can imagine is in his body.
He'll be all right, man. There's good medical staff here, man. He'll tend to win.
There's very good medical staff here.
It's not my job to get involved.
Yep, it's one of them. And sure enough, over the course of the next half an hour, there's more and more wounded people start coming to the hospital.
Oh, this is not good. We're at the centre of the chaos in this part of the. This is where it's all going to radiate from. We need to be prepared to torch this hospital.
Yeah. It sounds like people think it's rioters and madmen. People have picked up that there's something weird going on. And
no, not yet.
I mean, how have they not picked that up?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
It's not really obvious to people, man. It's not what people would expect in any sort of situation.
Bear in mind that there was the ergotism outbreak of, 10 years ago where people let some dodgy ergots and were fitting about. And, they rioting during the day, so where it was dark in the prison cells and you seeing glowing eyes and stuff, out in broad daylight, middle of the day, just wailing, shouting lunatics. Rioting for what? For food? For, the Holy Roman Emperor's just
died,
been
man.
assassinated.
It's bound to be some discontent, man. People it's going to be expected.
Just lack of bread and circuses. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of trying to find the most high-ranking soldier here, and then try and have a conversation with him about maybe
Yeah, you can see one guy mopping his brow and he is giving orders. He sends the fit man back out into the field. Right, you've dropped some off. Go and bring any more wounded back here.
Bonjour, monsieur. My name is, let me just remind myself of my Jean-Michel Marvos de Barras. I am a seasoned warrior. I wondered if you needed any help during this crisis.
Oh, well, yes, help is always necessary, but you should leave it to the proper soldiers. I wouldn't want you out there with that damn giant polearm splitting our civilians in two. That was... what this needs is a good cudgeling is what most of them need. A sound cudgeling, and they'll go back to their homes and wake up tomorrow. I do fear that they've been drinking tainted wine or eating ergots again. I was there in the last ergotism outbreak, and it ended quite similar to this.
Well, something certainly seems to have upset them. I couldn't help noticing we were watching this unfolding from the hill up there, and couldn't help noticing some of them. After you'd given them a good cuddling, not cuddling, I mean, maybe that's where you go wrong. Should be giving them a good cuddling. After you're giving them a good cudgeling, I couldn't help noticing some of them were getting back up and rising a bit more. I mean, are you sure you're cudgeling them hard enough?
Well, we cudgel them firm but fair. We don't want to kill them, so yes, they got back up, and I assume they went home to rest off their cudgeling.
No, they're attacking again. It's quite
we're rioting again.
These aren't going down. It's like they've been bewitched with something. I think it'd be safer just to take the heads off.
Take their...
Yes, especially any of them who've been bit.
It seems extreme, but I
Especially
think...
any of them who've been bit.
Scratched, yes, and your guards there, they're infected with a horrible illness. We've seen it.
He looks at one of his men. He says, which hill was you on? The hill yonder over there, yeah?
We could see the whole of the town.
He sends one, he calls one of his men over. You, go up to the hill and gather some intelligence for us. Tell us what you see while you're up there. And the young soldier, he looks fleet of foot, man. He's been chosen well. He immediately gets on it and he runs off. But there's no way this guy's wearing biting and clawing and beheading. That's just a bit...
Yeah, I suppose I can see why you might...
Well, we've told them what it is, man. We've told them the situation.
He looks at you, Jose, he says, and then he looks at Llewellyn and he says, your friend has a severe concussion, yes. He pulls you to one side. I'd keep an eye on him. Don't let him go asleep. He's likely to just die. I've seen it once. One of my friends got hit on the head very hard. At first he started with ravings, and then he fell asleep and died. Here, he passes you a wineskin.
Oh, no, I have. Thank you. Go on.
For the pain.
Yes.
And then he goes over to you, Lefrog. You seem like a military man. You seem to have a degree of wisdom.
My great-grandfather was in the Crusades.
You've been in the Crusades?
No, my great-grandfather. I've fought many an Englishman.
You look familiar now you've mentioned the Crusades. Did you fight in the arena against the elite infidels?
That was me with my trusty pole arm.
My word! Oh, he embraces you.
Thank you.
He says, that was so entertaining. Oh, my grandson, he passed out with excitement.
Excuse me, we were all in the arena with the...
Oh, God, yes, it is. It's you three.
Yes,
you fought a dragon.
That's right, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Please, if you could, hang on a minute, let me fetch some parchment. If you could just put your monikers on this, my grandson would be over the moon. Oh, and we have this guy with the bandaged up head. You fought a bull.
See the carver selfie wood cutting of us.
Yes. Oh, and the ostrai.
The ostrai, indeed, the ostrai fell.
The Ostrai, the comedy battle of the day. Yes, how we laughed.
Comedy at how easy it was for me to best them with this pole arm.
A man on a war horse fighting ostriches. Very funny, very funny.
Yet still very brave.
He starts laughing. Very brave, of course. Yes. You're a good-humoured man.
Yeah, indeed. We will need that type of courage from all your men if we are to beat these rioters, as you call them.
It's just a riot. It's just a riot. It's okay.
I think you should ready yourself for much worse, my friend.
You can see they've been transferring. While all this has been going on, more wounded soldiers have come in and they've gone into different rooms. They're being sent all over the hospital now.
I try to get this guy to trust me, man. Actually, I can get the guy to trust me. Hey, no, you must trust me. You must trust me. I know I have a bad brain.
Oh, your brain is bad. Your brain is bad. It's okay. Lie down. It's okay,
It's a jet of ichor out as you think.
Yeah, he whispers to you, Lefrog. If the pain becomes too much, a blow to the nape of the Hard and brutal. Just let him die a warrior's death. The man who fights in the arena should not die of a brain injury in a bed.
I shall give him the blood eagle when the time comes.
Yes, that's what they call it, the blood eagle. Very good, very good. So there's been a bit of fanning around going on here, and eventually someone turns up with some parchment, and he's like, "Oh, could you sign here, please?" And he passes it to you, LeFrog.
I give him a nice over-the-top signature.
Just as you sign it, you hear a blood-curdling scream come from down the corridor in the hospital, and you can hear panic and like tables going over.
Oh, right, it's kicking off. We need to sort this out. We need to put this down as quickly as
Your troops.
I'd quickly finish my autograph and hand it back to him.
They've been compromised by the Icor.
Right, so
Did we tell you
deeper
didn't
into the
listen?
hospital, it's kicking off royal. Llewellyn, you're not in a hospital bed and not distracted signing autographs. Do you want to have a quick look down there?
Yeah. What am I rolling? Horror factor.
Maybe a bit of both. Give us a perception roll.
Boom.
Right. Well, it's a fairly easy roll. You see one of the medicals come staggering out of one of the doorways, just pss, 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 pss.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
And you can hear frenzied screaming. And
Oh, the medicus is dead.
yeah, it sounds like there's a lot going on down the corridor.
Guard master, put this. Is look.
The commander draws his sword and immediately goes running straight down the corridor. What are you three doing?
Good man. Right.
Do you think this is a place to pick a fight, or is it time to...
No, let the commander deal with this, man. I'm gonna lie down.
Yeah, he is there to deal with it. You've received all the treatment that you were going to receive, haven't you, Jose?
Yeah, but I think a lie down is what I need. Start making sort of positive sort of progress in my hit points.
Jose looks a little bit sleepy, LeFrog. Do you remember what you were...
Yeah, I give him just a light tap on his forehead with the blunt end of my pole. Wake up, Jose!
Yeah, that hurts a lot, man. That hurts a lot and brings you round. Any ideas of staying in the bed are quickly removed by the sharp pain. And then by the screaming.
Maybe, I mean, if we can see like the satchel of King's foil, we should maybe think about stealing that if anyone's...
Yeah, there is this sort of medical stuff around and about. Do you just want to fill a...
That's a good idea.
Yeah, grab
a sack of first aid shit, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Grab a sack of first aid shit. Diego...
Like salts to sniff, man. That'll just perk me up a bit.
I'll tell you what.
Did the guy sort out my neck, man, and so I can shoot my bow again?
He put like you've got like a stiff leather collar on that has laces in it that he's tied up your neck, so it's very stiff. Very stiff, man. It's a ye old school collar.
Is it like basically, yeah, like
it's like very hard tanned leather.
A corset for the neck.
Yeah, a corset for the neck. Okay, so who's throwing the medical stuff in a bag? It's not Jose. He's trying to get out of bed.
All right.
Llewellyn or LeFrog?
I don't mind trying to grab it. Did I pick?
Okay, Llewellyn's been keeping an eye on the screaming and the murder down the corridor.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right, roll a 1d4, will you, LeFrog, please?
Yeah, so I'm just saying. No, I didn't pick Palmin, did I? 1d4.
Mm-hmm.
2.
2. Okay, you throw enough first aid stuff into a bag, and then are you leaving this place quickly, or?
Yeah, I think so.
I think by the back door, whichever door doesn't go past the screaming.
Okay, cool. So you pretty much leave out of the front door, as it were. You get out there pretty rapid. As you're buggering off down the street, Jose, LeFrog passes you the bag of medical stuff that is robbed. and you've got 4 goals at having 10% added to your first aid roll.
Ooh.
So you might want to write that down somewhere.
4 rolls.
So your next 4 first aid rolls can be done at an extra 10% if you use the contents of the bag.
Awesome.
Oh, the bag's got 4 uses. You don't have to use it on your next first aid roll. You use it when you need it if you want.
So are we going to anywhere in here? Are we going to try and get some gear from the libraries or the universities, or are we just going to try and get to? Was it the Vatican? Was that our ultimate?
Your plans to get to the Vatican. Do you want to pause and have a quick look at your map? So what are your priorities? Because while you're here, there is going to be buildings that deal with like the humours, as it were, and nature, herbalism, that kind of stuff. But over here, when you're looking at your map, you realise that not far from the arena, in this part here, especially near the docks and stuff like that, this is where they can import the metals, the oils, and all of the gear needed to make arms and armaments.
Bit of a hopeless question, but what happened to our horses, perhaps?
Your horses, I suppose they're still stabled up.
Well, I hope so, because I got quite attached to that horse in the minutes that I knew him.
Yeah, it's true. Let's see. Where is it? Francois, that was my horse. The piebald, sleek and healthy. Yeah, no, they were good friends. Probably best not think what's happened to them. Right, I reckon, to be honest, my character wants to help out the soldiers and try and help the innocent. So I'm suggesting that if you're looking better, Jose, we go and try and help them hold this bridge.
No, man, I'm not looking better at all. I've just got a bandage on my head. I'm still weak as a kitten. I need to lie down somewhere, man. Somewhere where there's not people fighting and dying. I mean, let's go to the next tower or to a really high tower where there's a room at the top which you two can defend while I sleep.
What if then? Yeah, we make our way to one of these high towers. If me and Llewellyn each grab the wrist of like a matron or nurse from the medicus and sort of say, "Come with me."
Oh, brilliant!
In a kind of chivalrous, saving the maiden way, not in a kidnapping sort of way.
Yeah. We need you right now. But yeah, the first later sort of thing.
And we can start our base of in the tower with them, and then slowly venture out, win more people over. Right, okay, yeah. What about this, Republic? We capture one of these towers, set you up with the nurses, and then call the soldiers over and say, "Look, let's start defending from here."
Well, you're saying one of those towers. I've got an even better suggestion. This tower here, on Tiber Island, I believe it's called. I discovered. Is that actually on the island? Do we think? Because if it is, it's like very defensible.
I reckon it is. Yeah.
Oh, defendable.
Yeah, if it all goes tits up, we just set sail and off we go.
Yeah. Whatever, and yeah, we'll be fine.
Right, so you want to make your way there?
No, not straight away, man. After we've had some time in this tall building here, at the very top of the tall building.
Well,
the defendable, or this tower here looks like it's just got one room at the top just for me.
Yeah, but it's not as defendable as that tower there.
Yeah, that does look like
that one looks like I haven't got much room there at the top.
We'll have enough room for us. I mean, I'm assuming if that's, a knockoff Colosseum there, then this must be, I'm assuming you could get a couple of people in up here.
Do you reckon up in that tower?
It's a fairly big building, that, yeah.
Yeah, I reckon you get at least. I mean, maybe not right at the top, unless you sort of stood there and squashed yourself into a triangle. But a few floors down, there'll be rough room to lie down, I reckon.
Right.
So that's your plan, is it? You're heading there?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Well, given that this place, this part that you're in is still fairly peaceful, although, as you're moving away from this place, you can hear all sorts of kicking off and screaming. And there's more people, soldiers start running into the building. Like your guards that were here, they've heard it.
Remember, we were happy here on this side of the river, man.
You were.
It's the happy place, man. Do we need to go away?
I think it was the happy place.
I mean, but it can still be the happy place if we start containing this thing.
Well, we're not doing anything to contain it because
No, we're not. that we're making an active choice to let it spread.
Making an active choice.
Well, we could stay. I mean, if you want, we could,
engage in combat.
Yeah, I mean I'm thinking we should have some kind of base, whether it's this whole island or one tall building.
I think your one tall building is sounding more like something that you could deal with as a single unit. Remember, the soldiers are probably not going to take you that seriously, regardless of what you do.
Thinking that your idea of like helping the soldiers defend the bridge, I'm thinking the soldiers are just going to tell us to piss off.
Right.
And it sounds like, if we try and give them advice on how to defeat these things, they're probably just going to say, well, you're not my general. Because you know what they're like.
Yeah, no, you're right. Well,
not Romans.
Egos.
I think if they see enough at the right time, they'll take you seriously, because they're not stupid. But right now, dealing with rioting civilians, having you guys mithering them would just be...
Yeah, no, fair. Yeah. Let's grab the nearest sort of, nurse with a look of adventure in her eye and run up to the tower.
Okay, so you head into this place.
Yeah.
Surrounded by water.
Mm-hmm.
Do I manage to persuade someone to come along with us? Or do we just assume it?
You can have a persuade, go for it.
I'll have the frog's assumption just work. Or do we need to actually roll something to grab her? No.
Given there's a lot of screaming, there's one of the nurses looks particularly terrified and looks like she's getting ready to do a runner anyway. So grabbing her, she'd just come with you.
Sweet.
Right, yes, come with us out.
There's another one that looks hesitant. If you want to try and persuade the hesitant one, you might be able to get yourself two nurses.
Oh, right, the hesitant one, yeah.
Marvellous. Okay, you've got yourself a couple of nurses who come with you because they can see that you're armed and, they've twigged that you've been gladiators or you're noblemen or something, so it's not like they're running off with potential lunatics. It seems...
Come with us if you want to live.
Yeah, that seems like a good deal.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you go legging it through the town. As you get to about here, you can see across the bridge here that there's more and more soldiers are just streaming towards the hospital to get treated.
Right.
Oh, cowards.
Well, you go into this place, and when you get there, you find that there's a lot of there's quite a few people populating this place. And, a couple of them are of noble blood and what have you. And as you three come running onto the place, you're armed, but you're obviously not soldiers. You raise eyebrows immediately, and the fellow with white, swept back hair comes over. What the hell are you boys doing?
How have you lived to such a good age?
Fine food and exercise. I do 100 press-ups every morning, 100 sit-ups, and I walk for 10 kilometers every day.
No, a man after my own heart. You sound like a noble and a gentleman.
That's right. That's right. What's your family name?
That's a good question. Llywelyn ap Llywelyn is the name.
Are you of noble blood?
Absolutely, the noblest in Wales.
Wales, you say? What? The savage grasslands of Britain?
Yeah, that's the one.
Not all so.
Jose Diego. I'm noble blood as well. And this is Jean.
Jean-Michel Malvoisin.
de Barras.
Ah, de Bars.
That's correct.
Of the de Bars infidel crushing line?
Indeed, my great grandfather was the
Well,
first.
come, favoured guest.
You're a man of honor.
Yes,
You defend yourself against these terrible things.
Yes. Well, you know, I've got my I've got a short sword and a cudgel. I tend to, you know, cudgel for the poor, short sword for the aggressive poor. That tends to be my approach.
I warn you, this is an ill omen.
But tell me, what's going on out there? The riots, they've never been this bad.
No, this is a sickness, a terrible sickness. Trust me when I tell you.
Sickness, you say? He takes a step back. You're not afflicted, are you, with that? What's wrong with this man?
Oh, it's just a wound. It's a fighting wound.
He was treated quickly, and he's shown no signs of the sickness. We've seen it develop, and we know how quickly it develops. He's fine. Don't worry about it. And so am I, by the way.
What's this sickness you speak of?
The terrible
It's
plague.
not ergotism again, is it?
No, it's no ergotism. It's a terrible affliction. The dead have come back to life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how that sounds, but it's true. We've seen it.
Yes.
And their eyes, they glow in the dark. Just you wait till nightfall, you'll see it.
Cudgeling won't stop them. You'll have to cut off their heads.
Cut off their heads, man.
Look in my...
Cut off their heads? What? Just because they're poor? I mean, I don't like the poor as much as the next man.
Nobody does, but that's not the point. The point is they're dangerous.
The poor are dangerous. Listen, I don't mean to be rude to noblemen and all, but these are the ravings of madmen. Have you been drinking?
Yeah.
Quite enough, I'm afraid.
Well, you smell of alcohol and clearly have a brain injury, but you two don't seem to carry the same excuse.
I'm afraid, monsieur, it is true. You do not wish to find out the hard way. We have seen them eating the flesh of men.
Eating the...
They will do the same to you if you do not protect yourself.
I have a spyglass. What say you come with me to my tower, and we have a look and find evidence of this flesh eating?
Sure we will. That sounds like an excellent plan.
But let me warn you, as you are noblemen, I challenge you to a gentleman's wager. If there is no flesh eating and this is ergotism, I demand recompense.
Seems a bit extreme, but
you will have wasted my time, and I will demand.
Oh, no worries, man. He's definitely going to see the flesh eating.
Yes, no worries, flesh eating. Well, come on then. He sort of walks you to the tower.
You know, when I was trying to convince him before, dude. You know, they trust or intimidate.
Oh yeah.
Try to fix him in my gaze, but my eyes obviously rolled out of position.
Trust me, dude, I have no chance of success. How come I have no chance of success?
I try and get my eye back into position and get it.
Okay, you thumb your eye. Yes, what are you looking at, man?
This way. Look at both my eyes this time. They're both true. Look, I'm telling you the truth. There's definitely brain eating up there. You won't get any recompense, man.
Listen, you're unnerving me. Let's go. Let's go and look through the spyglass.
Yeah, let's go on. Is he looking or am I?
Where
It takes you into the tower.
Are we in here?
Here.
All right. This one
It-
looks better now. Looking at
It
it.
takes you here,
Right
and
by the river.
you go up the tower, and sure enough, he's got like a crude telescope. And he looks out and he says, I can see some burning buildings. Oh, there's a rioter now. Look at him, how he's shambling. He looks incredibly... oh, my God. Oh, my God. He pulls the eyeglass away from his eye.
No,
He turns around and looks, you see a bead of sweat roll down his... yes.
There's a terrible sickness.
Mm.
We've
been down there.
Yes,
We've seen it. We've
lock
had
the
to kill
doors.
them.
Lock all the doors. Lock all the doors. Servants, get everybody in. Lock the doors. Lock the doors.
Now, monsieur, you said something about recompense, yes?
Yes. I'll let you help barricade the building.
How very generous.
I lie down somewhere in the bed as it was.
Yes. Lie down on that table, man.
Have the nurses followed us in?
Yeah.
Carry on helping my guy to...
Yeah, the nurses start sort of, holding your skull. It's like they're doing a bit of phrenology, man.
No, don't touch that. Don't touch that. It much helps when you touch a different part, a different head. Touch the other head to take away the pain.
Okay, yeah, they kind of get the message, and what they do is they knock up, they take one of the doses of the stuff out of your bag. There's only 3 doses, and they put it on a rag, which they soak a rag in it, and then using like a small stick, like the end of a wooden spoon, they push it up your bum.
That's how you fix a head injury.
They say the pain will subside quite soon. And you got like this oily rag gets shoved up your ass. And one of them starts making a smoking thing to blow smoke into the rectum. The medicines of the time. Okay.
What's the chance
as
of
this
getting,
is going on?
a walnut in, man?
Yeah, you essentially get walnutted and some sort of painkiller up the rectoid.
Right.
It does, in all fairness, after about 10 minutes, you start lightly tripping and you don't feel so bad. Okay, so there's a hive of activity going on. People are sort of barring the doors and they're throwing furniture against it. You're getting thoroughly barricaded in here.
How big of a building are we in?
This is a pretty big building. I'd say it's like, let me try and think. What sort of building would it be as big as? Like a small town hall, like Stockport Town Hall, or I'm trying to think, Heaton Park Orangery.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Imagine sort of that size on the ground floor, but it goes up like 4, 5, 6 floors. So it is a pretty big building.
Right. So, because I'm thinking, we should be keeping one entrance unbarricaded to welcome other survivors in.
Okay. Right, well, to be honest, given that you're armed and you seem to know what you're talking about, and you have got your man on side.
Yeah. So I'm going to sort of suggest, can I do an intelligence roll to sort of suggest how we, which is the best entrance to leave open?
Yes.
And how to defend it. So we're basically hot gating them.
Well, is it the case that there is only one bridge to this island?
Yeah. No, there's a bridge on the other side. There's a sort of parallel bridge to this one.
Yeah.
On the other side. And yeah, sure enough, LeFrog has had a good idea of the door directly facing the bridge is the one that's just going to be left.
Yeah, so as people come sprinting out of the town, we can just let them in and, you know,
Happy days.
That's
Yeah,
exactly how we're doing it.
it's a good plan. It's a good plan.
The expert seems like an odd.
Okay, so
Oh, no.
it
Maximum
starts
risk.
to. You can hear that there's fighting going on. You can hear things are going wrong, but you seem to be in this little bubble, this oasis of safety. Some food comes round. You get looked after. You get some stew and a glass of wine, and the sun begins to set, and darkness soon falls. And we'll take a quick break there.
Cool.
That's when they suddenly learn to swim, I reckon.